Hey, Raider Nation, I need you to step away from the ledge. I need you to step away from the ledge. Everything's going to be all right. There's people down here that love you very much. Okay? Just step away. Just put down the remote control. Put down the remote. Yeah, there. Wait.
You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast. We're bringing that tailgate to your ear hole. Leave your feelings at the dock, because this is the realest podcast in Raider Nation. Yo, tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in and leave a message to be played on air at 408-909-PJFF. This episode's brought to you by One Nation Fanwear. Check them out at onenationfanwear.com. It's time to pillage another podcast. I'm Kenny Stapler. Bobby, Che, pour one out for these ledge jumpers, bro.
Miserable souls. Yeah, chelas. It's time. All right, we got some special brews.
That one had some gas on it, bro.
This one has some gas on it. This one's coming from Alvarado Street.
That was a good crack.
Shine. That West Coast double IPA. This bad boy's coming in at an 8.3 on the ABV.
On the Richter scale.
Me and Bobby Wasabi, we got plenty of chelas to share today, so we're going to go halfers on this bad boy.
You got to shine, bro.
You got to shine. Oh, man. I'm going to wait for my brother to pour his, and then we're going to get a little salud going here.
It pours out very clean.
Yes, very nice. You can see.
Look at that.
It's we always have trouble with the screens. It's yellow though. It doesn't make sense that it blends in, but
Salud.
Salud.
You know, it's catching the
green reflection. I know.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. See what it tastes like.
Peace
Taste
warm
the
jungle.
glory.
Shout out in the chat. Shout out to everybody. Get to you guys. Let's get this review.
That's good. Alvarado Street, man. They come with some fire beers.
Super fresh, too.
This one's no different. I like this. This has a little bite to it. It's got a little bit of sweetness, right? Get a little bit of sweetness, a little caramel
and
flavor.
Though it's clear. It feels very thick.
Feels rich
on the palate, dude.
Yep.
Like malty?
Yeah, malty.
Yeah.
Caramelly. It's very rich.
I would not get that by the color. It looks very light.
Yeah, no.
That's exactly what I said, man. Like it just looks like it might be an ale or something. But nah, this is very flavorful.
And you can totally get that potency on it. Like I said, it's an 8.3, so it's not messing around. It's going to bring you to that happy place where we all need to be.
Shout out to Mac Bud with the $5. Was that a euro?
No, pounds, I
Is
believe.
that a pound?
That's pounds, bro.
Pound it, bro.
Pound it.
Pound it.
That's a new handle that I do not
Salute.
recognize. So welcome. And if you've been here before, pardon me.
Hey.
Shout out to Quinn in the chat. You know, there's controversy in Raider Nation when Quinn's here, so we're excited for that. Shout out to Juice, man. I'm gonna be working at Juice's place of work.
Hey.
Here in just a matter of weeks. Shout out to James Lyles in the chat. Roland Dubs in the chat. ISO Cali, one of the first in the chat tonight. Eddie Raider, Kevin Lurker, our man Dirt Lot is in the chat. So you know we got to give a shout out to them.
Shout out Dirt Lot.
Dirt Lot, I'm going to get up your way, man. Life's just been... hey, when life gives you lemons, you make lemon-flavored napalm. Remember that. It's been wild, bro. I don't know if I'm going to get into it, but it's been wild. So, Perry, we're going to get up there. Shout out to, again, a Mac Bud.
You know, all of our favorites, man. They're all here, man.
Shout out to Bobby Wasabi in the chat.
Who is that guy?
Shout out to Labios de Pato. My favorite name. Raider Russell, Raider Nug, who is the moderator. He's going to be dropping the hammer tonight. Raider Rue is here. You know, the king of controversy. Jonathan R. Shout out. Anybody that I may have missed.
Lizette.
John Shreve.
Always in.
See John. It's good to see John.
And I think ISO Kelly is, he said that he's cutting his kid's hair.
Hey.
All right.
Awesome.
There we go.
There you go.
I mean,
I hope he's not using a bull. You know,
I'm just glad you did that after the first round. You know, that's probably a good thing. But yeah, shout out to Mac Bud. Thanks for the donation. If you want to donate, you can smash that little cash button, or you can go to paypal.me/PJ4F. Or if you want to give up your hard-earned cash, you can go ahead and smash that like button. If you've ever overreacted on draft day, smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you know when we're about to wild out. Big shout out to One Nation Fanwear, onenationfanwear.com, where you can get the finest in fan gear in the Raider Nation, onenationfanwear.com. Hit that, all caps, PJ4F at checkout for free shipping. I believe that's still going on. If not, I probably just lost a sponsor. And the boys drinking out of these custom engraved Pillaging Podcast pint glasses, which you can pick up, as well as any custom engraved artwork you may have at bathkeyengraving.etsy.com. All the links are in the description. And, of course, sponsored by the lovely Sal's Mexican Restaurants at salsmexicanrestaurants.com, where you can order fresh West Coast Mexican food delivered straight to your doorstep, no matter where you live in the greater 48 states.
I busted one out from the freezer the other day because I had plenty of them, and I was like, you know what? It's time to bring it back out again.
I still have a bag sitting in there, man. I still have a bag sitting in the freezer. I have to bust that out for Mother's Day, bro.
That body pillow that Kenny gave.
It's that little throw pillow. That one that you have on your front living room couch.
Rob is sleeping. I've been sleeping with it, bro. Hey, Todd. Shout out to Raider Rich for the $5 donation.
Hey,
he says thanks for saving the weekend. Hey, Raider Rich, the show's just getting started.
Hey,
don't count your chickens before they hatch.
That's true.
You may not like what we have to say, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. We don't have any quick hits tonight. We're going to get right into this draft recap.
Hey,
which also means we need to get Kane on the phone. But
goddamn right.
I got to ask my brothers, man, how you guys been doing? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
Man, we're doing good. I'm not going to speak for Bobby Wasabi, although I know my boy's sitting right here, so he's got to be doing good, right? But everything's going good in my neck of the woods, dog. You know, just putting in that work. And then you got a little art project going too in my local neighborhood. So we're gonna be putting up a mural here pretty soon. You know, so I'm gonna be spending my Saturdays putting in that work.
Nice, a big old Bo
Get
Jackson
some paintings. Yeah, it's just gonna be big old picture of Al Davis in the middle of Hollister,
holding a pitchfork, bro.
They weren't prepared for that.
Just little by little, though. Just piece it together, and all of a sudden, boom, it's there.
Hey, man, I'm down. I'm down to do a Raider mural. Raiders, okay?
That's right.
You know, I saw a little episode of all the artwork you got in your building. It's a beautiful thing. I appreciate that you appreciate art that way.
Here's the move, Che. Because I went down to the stadium. Right across the street is this little mini industrial complex.
Yeah.
And there's like businesses in there, you know. Sometimes businesses do where it's like a public business. So they have like a shooting range right there across the street.
Yeah.
And there's just these plain, squared out buildings.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get a mural on one of them.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go through all the PR and all that.
Yeah.
Just go with a private business. Get yourself a little Raider appreciation mural.
I'm down.
Everyone's going to see it.
I'm down.
Right there, bro.
That's my style, bro. I'm not about the whole PR and all that kind of stuff.
Well, now, if the Raiders organization, God willing,
if they reached out
to put you on, yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna dismiss it if it comes my way,
right?
But like I say, that's more my style. I'm more small business.
I have the perfect idea, Doug. You could do a mural of Al Davis stiff arming Roger Goodell. Bro,
that'd be fire.
Just straight taking him out.
Just plowing him into the ground.
Just got to do a mural of Matt Millen put one on the chin.
Yeah.
You know that picture?
That'd be dope ass mural, bro.
Maybe for the gun range, he's got like a Smith & Wesson in the other hand. You know?
Right, tie it in together.
That'd be fire, man.
Shout out to Sal Salazar with the $24.99 donation in Super Chat.
Shout out, brother.
He says, "What's up, brothers and PJ4F familia? This made my Sunday. Time for some laughs, beers, and a Raider talk."
There we go.
Yep.
There we go. That's what we're all about here.
That's right.
Will you find us funny, Sal? Funny how?
Funny like a clown?
You think I'm amusing to you? Yeah, we're gonna have Kane on here just really quickly. Bobby, how you been doing, man? What's going on?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Everything's been good.
You looking real tan, bro.
Hey, I've been getting out there more on the, getting my hiking on, getting my disc golfing. So
there you go.
I'm out there,
Competitive hiking, bro.
Competitive hiking. It's like speed hiking, basically.
The other thing that Bobby's got going on is that luscious George Lopez hair.
It's
bruh.
gorgeous, bro.
You got that luscious locks, bruh. You've been growing it in secret. Let you shake it out.
There you go. That was like a
Rico
L'Oreal commercial. Or a Fabuloso commercial. That's how I wash my hair with Fabuloso.
Hey.
The blue one, not the purple one.
It always smells good. Always smells good.
We were just talking, me and my lady. We like the purple one better, dude.
Really?
Hey.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I could trust you guys anymore.
I might have to do a blind taste test.
There you go. Is it Pepsi or is it Coke?
I did the Pepsi challenge at the Garlic Festival one year. They're all, what do you drink, Pepsi or Coke? I was like, I drink Coke. Coke's way better. They're like, you want to take the Pepsi challenge? I'm like, let's go. We took it. They're all, which one do you like? I'm all, this one. They're all, that's Coke. I was like, I already told you. Like, how long are we going to do this?
What were you expecting?
This wasn't even that long ago, man. They're still doing the Pepsi challenge out there, bro.
I thought that died out a long time ago, man.
This podcast is sponsored by, sorry, we don't have Coke. Is Pepsi going to be okay?
That's the norm, right? Especially around here, like local businesses, man.
Yeah.
You hit them up. Can I get a 2-liter of Coke? Sorry, we have Pepsi. They apologize.
They do. We're very sorry to inform you, sir.
We only got large. We don't have any liter of colas.
Yeah.
Hate to inform you.
Shit. I'm doing okay.
Yeah, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to ask.
Tell us how you're doing, brother.
Hey, it's okay. How you been, bro?
Hey, I'm getting around.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Barely.
No way.
Recovering from surgery. I'm not going to go into the details here.
Not in this show.
Not on this show.
Nope.
You gotta have to tune into the crow's nest.
That's for the Patreon subscribers only.
Let's just say I fractured something very near and dear to me. I broke something that only a man can break, and I did it in doing what every man loves to do.
There you go.
In glorious fashion.
I think I saw that movie, Inglorious Fashion. It was like an erotic remake of Inglorious Bastards.
So, hey, you can't accuse me of taking plays off. That's all I got to say.
That's right.
No plays off, man.
No layups.
So
Run it.
Hey,
Run it.
let's get Kane on here. Let's see how he's
let's
doing.
do it. Let's
right.
do it. Let's get a boy on here, man.
We're using a new calling software, so bear with me if it's...
Hey. In the meantime, we'll crack another chela because we're empty over here.
That's right.
Aha. So number 2 comes from Altamont Beer Works, and this is the Shot Away IPA. Let me crack it.
I'll make sure this is the right number.
We got it over here, bro.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
What's that sound? Ta-da. Another West Coast style IPA. Okay. And this is not
Please
a double,
leave your...
though. So it's coming a little bit lighter on the ABV. I believe this is a 6.6, 6.5,
You guys are already on the next.
6.8.
Yeah, this is going to be a wild one.
A real wow.
All right.
Wow.
So we're not... We'll wait here. Let me sound...
Oh, look at you can see the color on this one's a little bit more, a little deeper, huh?
This one definitely is a little bit hazier.
Yeah.
Not as clear. Salud, brother.
That was dark. That one was dark.
Salud. This is a lot more crisp, a lot more refreshing, lighter on, not as rich as the last one. The other one was a lot more rich.
The hops are there in the beginning, but then they just fade out real quick.
Out, yeah.
And it's not even like overpowering hops either.
No. This is like a really balanced, smooth drinking IPA. So those of you who are like, I don't know about these IPAs, it's not really my thing. This would be a good one to like introduce yourself with, because it wouldn't like punch you in the fucking face like some of these other ones. You know what I mean? Some of these other ones, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. But this is a nice smooth one. Altamont, again, never do us wrong, man. And this is a dope can. It's got colorful label on
Super
it.
dope.
They're also famed for the Mac Dre the Mac Drizzles. Okay, so
Yep.
Altamont, man, they put out some good beers, man. We've been digging them.
We got them good sours too.
Yep.
Is that Almanac?
Almanac. That's
That might be
Almanac.
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 All right, let's
Yes.
give this one more time. If not, we're gonna jump right into it.
Hey, gotta do what we gotta do.
All right, he said he was in the kitchen. Of course, man.
Cooking it up.
Yeah, hello.
Hey.
Of course you were in the kitchen, bro.
Hey,
Chef.
yeah, I was in the kitchen fixing me something to eat.
There you go.
There you go. Damn, dude.
Was that a house burger, fam? Because I know you be digging in them house burgers, fam.
Man, I'm trying to cook some spaghetti right now.
Oh,
man.
okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not ashamed that you're making spaghetti.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
the
saying.
beginning of the week, you got to have that little leftover shit
Yeah,
for the
there you
rest
go,
of the
there you
week.
go.
You know
Hey.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
feel
how
you.
you do it, bro.
smart play. Welcome, Kane. How you living, man? How you been?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Shit, hey, I missed this shit.
Me too.
Hey.
Missed this shit. Missed
All of
all
that
you
stuff.
brothers, man.
too.
I
Hell
hope
yeah.
everybody's doing good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we didn't
Yes, sir.
mean to take so much time off. I did sustain injury, but we're back. We're back. We had to recap this draft. I saw Twitter. A lot of you guys texted me. I didn't get back to everybody. Everybody jumping off the goddamn ledge again. It must be April, right?
Hey, you know what,
is
bro?
the norm, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I know about Leatherhead or Leatherwood,
Leatherwood.
but I like to call him Leatherhead or whatever. But I knew about him, but damn, I didn't think we was gonna take him at 17. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he was a later first round pick from the studies. You know what I mean? I thought
Right.
that we could probably trade back maybe 3 or 4 spots and pick up another third round pick. You know what I'm saying? But what I learned from Mayock and Gruden era is they don't care. They take the guys that they want in that round, and if there's not a trade partner, or if they don't, they get the trade that they like, they're going to take the player they want, and I can respect that in a sense. But at the same time, you got to look at value. You know what I'm saying? So I look, I'm not a GM, so I guess the value for them was to take the pick at 17 rather than to trade back a few spots, maybe into the 20s, early 20s, 21, 22, and take them there and then pick up another, third or fourth round pick. It is what it is, man. I'm not a GM. The dude is good. He's legit. All the different media outlets that I read, all the different reports on him says that he was a late first round, early second round pick.
There you go.
Same thing was said about Josh Jacobs. They thought we took him too early.
Right.
He was, damn near the rookie of the year. So
Hey.
I'm a Raider fan. What can you do, right?
Hey, let me just get in here real quick because I think Kane made a great point, right? What we have learned about this partnership between Gruden and Mayock is that if nothing better is there, right, and there's nobody willing to give them what they want, right, in return for their pick, they're going to go ahead with their draft board and get the guy that they really like. And Mayock said that. He said that straight out. They asked him about it in the first interview right after the first night of the draft. And he said exactly that. He said, look, he was the highest rated guy on our board. And yes, we had some people reach out to us about trading up, but we didn't like what they were offering. They weren't offering us enough.
Yep.
So instead of trading away the pick, and we had Dallas right behind us, and we knew they needed an offensive tackle too.
Yep.
So we went ahead and we grabbed our guy when we had to get him. So, we had this same issue when we drafted Colton Miller. Okay? People were upset that we took Colton Miller, but we needed a left tackle. Okay? We needed to fill that spot. And the opportunity to trade back wasn't there.
Yeah.
Right? And again, in that season, I think there was a lot of teams looking for offensive line guys too. So what do? You know there's other teams behind you that are trying to move, that are trying to get some offensive linemen. You don't have a trade partner that's really willing to give a whole lot to you. You hold your spot and you take
we're
your
not
guy.
looking at their draft board. We don't know their draft board.
We don't know. And I say this every year. A lot of the fans out there, you guys get your hopes up for players that you want to pick.
Right.
And I always approach these draft predictions on what are the Raiders going to pick, not what I want. I have my favorites, but we're here talking about the Raiders. So what are the Raiders going to pick? The other thing is you're taking all of your information, most of your information from all these mock drafters.
Yeah.
Beyond the first 3 picks, these guys are wrong way more often than they're right. But you anchor yourselves to these mock drafts, and you're like, Jeremiah's got it. This is the way it's going to. They said we're going to trade this and that. Or you do these mock draft simulators, and you trade back, and you acquire like 25 draft picks, and you draft like every player in the field. You're like, look at this draft haul. I got an 8+.
You know what, bro? I don't even do that. I don't even do that.
And I'm not talking about you, but what I'm saying is, then you get your hopes set up. You get these unrealistic expectations set up, and you're not willing to budge, and you're not willing to understand the context under which these picks are made.
Yeah.
And you get all up in arms about it. Yeah. And these guys haven't played a single snap for our team yet.
Yeah.
Now, I told you guys 3 weeks ago, this is how the draft is going to play out. We're going to draft offensive line in the first round, and we're going to take a buttload of defensive backs. And everybody lost their shit. Why, Kenny? Why? We don't need all that. You know why? Because I've been watching the Raiders draft for the last 20 years of my life, and that's what they do every single year.
More.
We take like 5 defensive backs every year. Every year. And so
all I know is I know damn well we wasn't going to draft no linebacker. Raiders don't draft linebackers early. I don't know why.
You were right.
People keep debating. Even Jerry McDonald, it don't matter. It's what's valuable. Well, the Raiders as an organization just don't do that.
And
when they, the one time they did in the last 10 years or 15 years, whatever, when Rolando McClain got drafted, it didn't work out for them.
No.
So,
you know what I'm saying? They just don't value linebackers as an organization. I don't care who the head coach is, and obviously the owner too, because it's moved into the next situation where we just don't do that.
And to your point, Kane, almost every mock draft I looked at had us taking Micah Parsons in the first linebacker.
Well, Micah Parsons or the dude from Notre Dame, right? Mm-hmm. Because Micah Parsons was like, he could, if he's there, then the Raiders should take him. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people were like, "Yo, Micah Parsons is going to be gone early."
No, you know what?
Which he was.
I thought if we took a linebacker that it would be Koromoro, because you know why? Because he's versatile. He could be a strong safety. He could be a linebacker. That's an Al Davis pick, but that didn't even happen. So I mean, it's what it is. And then the safety, who Al Davis probably would have picked, it would have been one of those 2 players, Jock or Merrick, would have gotten picked in the first round. And so we saw something different from the Raiders this time, and it looked like worse than what Al would have done. But actually, I'm okay with it. I'm all right with Leatherwood being the pick, man. Hey. I am. I'm all right with that. Long as look, we got 2 high-powered running backs that can gain yardage on first, second, third downs. 3, 2, 3 down backs. Even the 4th down back in Josh Jacobs. So if we adding Leatherwood to that was the reason why. You got to kind of look at shit like that. I mean, how can you? That's the only way to really make sense of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you got these 2 running backs. You got the best running blocker in the draft. So you're saying to the league, we want to run the ball. Yeah. That's what we do. We run the ball. We control the clock. Can't be mad at that when you look at it like that.
Nope. Shout out to Scott S. for the $10 donation. He says Raider Nation for life. So let's get into the pick. Let's start breaking these down a little bit. Everyone's really upset about Alex Leatherwood, but here's what we got to say about Alex Leatherwood, and the guys are all going to get into it. I just want to say this. Alex Leatherwood, coming from national championship, he's got championship pedigree.
Yep.
Started 41 games. I think he allowed, 2 sacks or something like that. 3 quarterback hurries and 4 pressures. in the 2020 season. Played for, again, Alabama, has that pedigree. Connections with Josh Jacobs, connections with Henry Ruggs. You know we like Alabama. You know we like Clemson. This guy can play inside and outside. So worst case scenario, he moves to guard, covers for incognito. Hopefully he plugs in at right tackle, which is where we want him, starting day one. That would be fantastic. Guy's got great footwork, doesn't cross himself up, anchors really well, has that hop step to get back into the anchor when he's getting pushed back.
Quick feet, man.
Very quick feet.
But his hand movement is what got him fucked up.
His hand placement is good. He's got good distance with the hands. Not a lot of technique there, but
he might be a little early with his reach.
A little early. Doesn't punch much, but has the strength and has the extension. His wingspan is nice and long. What I don't like is his tendency to open up his hips a little too early. But here's what I got to say. Alex Leatherwood was the highest rated player on their board on both sides of the ball. Mike Mayock was on board. The scouts were on board. John Gruden was on board. Yes. And Tom Cable's been pounding the table for this guy. And you know when Tom Cable pounds tables, jaws get broken.
He's the assistant head coach. He's got John's ear. You know what I mean?
Hey, well, listen. We already know that Gruden's thing is quarterback and offensive production, right? What's the first thing that we need to take care of in order to make sure that what he does can get off every single game? We got to protect the fucking quarterback. So, yes, he's going to listen to Tom Cable because he's in charge of the fucking offensive line. It makes sense. And your head coach should be listening to the offensive line coach, man. Come on now. We got to get some protection. And Tom Cable, there was a lot of shit that was said when he came back, okay? A lot of motherfuckers that weren't happy about Tom Cable coming back. I was one of the guys that actually appreciated Tom Cable when he did come back. I liked his attitude. Yeah. I liked when he became our head coach because people fucking showed that they played for him. You know, we went undefeated in the AFC West with Tom Cable as our head coach. Don't forget that. Okay? So this team played for that guy. And I think that's the kind of guy that he is. He can get the best out of his players. So you plug him into the offensive line and people were having questions about him, but we've seen the production. Last year we had all these fucking injuries and you were bringing in fucking bench players and we were still getting production on the offense.
Yep.
Okay? So you gotta fucking respect that. You gotta love that. And you gotta appreciate that your head coach is willing to sit down and listen to his other coaches, man.
Real quick, shout out to Raider Russell, the $4.99. He said, I think the Raiders got a major defensive sleeper in Nate Hobbs. We're going to go in on that. Shout out to Pete, $5. He says, who did I piss off not to get a draft reaction show, pre-show text? Hey, Pete, stay frosty. Stay frosty. You never know. You never know. You never know when it's coming. The Son Joku, glad to see you here. Thanks for the donation. He says he's really happy with this draft. Thank y'all. Hey, you are welcome. And last but not least, James Lyles, holy $45 donation.
Salute.
No comment
we
attached.
Appreciate that, brother. We appreciate
Gotta take a shot on that, bro.
Hey, take a shot. Take a shot
One
for
love.
us. Kane's taking the shots.
Lord knows we
beers.
needed during the pandemic.
Well, in that press conference that Mayock that he had, he even said it right there. We had our 7 blue-tiered players that we had.
Yeah.
Most of them were on the offensive line, and a lot of them were taken off. And we had to look at the entire thing and said, which one is a lot better for our fit and for our scheme? And Leatherwood was that fit, man. I mean, like you said, there's so much that happens on that night, and especially in day one. Yeah. The emotions are high. Anything can happen. Last thing you want to do is be emotional, take some BS deal, trade down,
right,
and not get your dudes,
not get the player you want.
Exactly. What actually, and like Kenny said, what is the probability that Leatherwood would have actually been there in the second round? We're all draft experts when it comes to the second round, when it comes to the first round, to every round, because we expect that person to be there. Because, like Kenny said, our draft simulators are all of a sudden agreeing with what the hell we're thinking, and it's in line with our mentality. But in reality, it's always the other way around. I said it last time. It's not going to be a sexy pick, and it was not a sexy pick at all.
Yeah.
But
No,
No, I think we all, you know what, Bobby? I think we all, on the last podcast, I think all of us kind of joked and said, it's going to be a right tackle.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think if you go back and listen, I think we all kind of laughed and said it's going to be a right tackle. But I think deep down in our souls, we knew it was going to be a right tackle. You know what I'm saying? Or a guard, whatever you want to make this guy. But we're hoping he can be a right tackle.
Yeah.
You know, so
Offensive line,
if he
man.
ends up being a guard, shit, that's Gabe Jackson replacement. I mean, you know, you didn't take him where you took Gabe, but you got a just as good, or if not younger and better player, healthier, stays healthy at this point of his career. You know, so if they do have to move him to guard, well, you know, that means Brandon Parker developed.
No, you know what? You know what I think? You know what I think it means, though, Kane?
I mean, you know,
Kane. Let me say one thing. I think what it means is if you move him to guard, then you say Denzel Good can play right tackle. I don't think Brandon Parker is the guy. I think Denzel Good is a lock for this offensive line as a starter. So if this kid can't come in and be the right tackle day one, I think they're going to flip-flop. You're going to see Denzel Good, because don't forget, Denzel Good went out there, played right tackle last season. Solid. And he did fucking good. Yeah, he was solid for us. The only problem is he was fucking flip-flopping all over the offensive line, right? Mm-hmm. No consistency in what he was going to play from week to week. But if you said, hey, you know what? This kid can't cut it out there on the edge. We're going to bring him in so he can fucking, you know, hold up the center. And you go out there, I think Denzel Good's got us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's what they went into this draft thinking. We're going to go out there, we're going to try to get a guy that can play all positions, but we're going to want him to play right tackle. Okay? We believe Andre James is our center. We believe Denzel Good is going to be the replacement for Gabe Jackson. But if we get in trouble and this kid doesn't pan out at right, let's move fucking Good out to the right and we'll bring the kid in the guard. Yep. That's really what I think is in their mind.
Yep.
And we've made those calls before too.
Yeah.
With turning our right tackle to a left tackle.
Yeah.
Colton Miller.
Yeah.
And he succeeded, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Lucille.
Hey.
What's up, fam?
She says much love. Hey,
Man,
much
I'm
love
empty.
right back at you.
What's up,
Much love,
fam?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Good to see you in the chat.
Sanjuku says, these dudes need to be at 5K. Hey, I'm telling you, son, man, I see some of these numbers, some of these, hey, no disrespect, but we put in a lot of work.
Hey.
And a YouTube algorithm, they don't want us. They don't want you to find us, bro. You know?
It's a conspiracy, dog.
We're controversial.
We're in
over here.
We're in the sports section. You got to go down a few aisles, make a left at the Mitch Renzes, and
We're the Raiders of the Raiders podcast, man.
we're buried somewhere back there. You know, we're back there though.
Yeah, we don't have the porn stashes, but hey, you know,
we're somewhere by the.
But you know what? If you type in pillaging, we come up, baby. So that's all you got to do.
That's all you
Type
gotta
in
do.
pillaging on
That's all you
any
gotta do.
platform, and we right there.
Yeah.
we in the top 3 or we in the top 5.
Yeah.
Trust that.
that's it.
So if someone wants to help us with our SEO,
Hey, we're in the top 5 on YouTube. We're number 1 in your hearts.
maybe I need some clickbait titles. Maybe we need to like put some thumbnails where I'm like
Right?
Raiders first round draft reaction.
Crying faces.
You need a bunch of giant emojis, dog. That's what you need.
Yeah, lots of arrows and shit. I don't know. Like Walt's Raider gets thousands of views, and he deserves every one of those. It's good.
Hell yeah.
So maybe I need to like pick his brain and be like,
Shout out to our brother too, man.
What are we doing wrong?
No, you know, we ain't doing nothing wrong. We got real motherfuckers that follow us. The
That's
real
right.
follow us, and they going to follow us when it's slow, when it's fast, when it's
true.
hot, when it's warm, when it's cold.
Those are
The
facts.
real ones show up when we show up.
That's
You
right.
know what I mean?
That's right.
That's what it's about. The real ones.
Yeah, and we promise that we won't be getting any more injuries. we promise we'll try not to get any more injuries.
I think consistency is probably our biggest issue, but I can't help that, man. It's been a rough,
No, it's
been a rough year for your boy.
It was this year alone.
Hey, it's
dude,
been a
last
rough year for everybody,
Yeah.
Kenny. You know what I'm saying? Don't even put that on you, bruh.
Hey.
It's been a rough year for everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah,
The
last
whole world. has been fucked up because the whole world loves it when you don't get down.
Yeah.
So let's just bottom line it. Alex Leatherwood. I'm going to call him Leatherhead, too. I like that. It reminds me of the old school helmets. Alex Leatherwood.
Exactly.
Not the sexy pick, but it's a pick we needed. And the dude's solid, man.
Yeah.
He overshadowed on a team that had a lot of offensive line talent and one of the most efficient passers in the NCAA. So you know he was doing his damn job. So let's put that to bed. Let's see how it pans out.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Round 2, pick number 43 in the draft, Trayvon Merrick. That's how you say his name. It's Merrick, everybody.
I kept hearing them say Merrick.
I've been banging
with
the table for this motherfucker since
Hey.
January. Shit.
Go ahead. Hey, Kane, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I could have jumped through the window when we drafted, and when he was available on day 2, I felt like I had to go on Twitter and say, you know what, I've been wrong the whole time. I thought this dude was a day 1 pick.
Hey.
But with the quarterbacks and the linemen and the defensive tackles being a lightweight, he dropped to the motherfucking second round. Yeah. Man, I was shocked. Like make Mayotte. I was shocked. And then when they jumped up to draft this dude early, I was like, cause the whole world loves him. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoo, thank God you redeemed yourself, bruh.
I'm glad
you made that first round pick look like gold.
Hey,
you know what I mean? It was like when John Gruden, when John Gruden was the coach, and we took Josh Janikowski as a kicker, and everybody was mad about that. And then they turned around and took Derek Gibson in the second round, and everybody was like, "Okay, you know,
yeah,
we can accept the first round pick because the second round pick was just as good." But I hope that Trayvon Merrick is better than Derek Gibson.
Yeah.
So,
let me say that. Way better.
A couple things, and I'm going to get out of the way. I'm just happy we finally drafted a safety that's taller than I am. For one. And number 2, you know, Che said they're still trying to atone for Abram and Joseph. Bro, we've been trying to atone since Derek Gibson, Michael Huff, bro. We're still trying to find that dude, man.
I thought you were going to wear all your Joseph jerseys today, dog.
If and when Joseph gets a start, you will see a Joseph jersey or 2 or 3 or 4.
No, I want to see all 20 of them on you, dog, because I know you got all the...
We told Kenny that he had to do the jersey challenge. The jersey challenge, but he would be safe. We didn't want him to do it by himself, like that little girl that almost died.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Bradley, that's what he do. But, you know, he's a DB coach. That's his first, foremost, you know.
Here's the thing.
So,
I've already seen some comments. People are like, oh, they got him because he's going to push Abram. I don't really feel like Abram is on the hot seat because of Merrick. Abram, they're looking for him to step up, no doubt. I'm not saying that. I'm very critical of Abram. We all have been. But Joseph is behind him to do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Merrick
is
but
Mayock said that it was going to be a tandem of Abram and Merrick.
That's what I'm trying to finish
all these
my
people
point.
Talking about he's going to be
trying to get there, Kane. That's what I'm saying. Merrick is the guy to complement that. He's going to be the post safety. He's going to be he's going to be the guy playing high. So now you finally have a complementary safety to Abram and or Joseph, right? Which is what you're saying. So don't think that Merrick is going to be the guy that pushes Abram out.
No.
That guy is going to either be Joseph or it's going to be, is it Gillespie? Or
some of these other guys.
Gillespie. It'll be Gillespie or Joseph.
Yeah.
Or, it'll be Gillespie or Joseph.
So that's what I got to say about Merrick. There's a lot more to say about it. I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to let you guys talk about Bobby. Why don't you say something about Trayvon Merrick?
Well, exactly what everybody said, man. When you saw that the Raiders jumped up to actually get their guy, I was like, dude, that's definitely going to justify everything that we have done before.
Yeah.
Everybody even said it like, oh, okay, so they just traded the first rounder for the second rounder and this and that. Okay, it makes a lot more sense. It was in the draft board right there, dude. They had the idea. They knew what they were going to get. And when they actually had somebody that was willing to work with them to actually make some sort of productive deal with them, they actually went ahead and went with it, man. I like it, especially with the idea of coming from a school from the South, from Texas. That's football country right there, honestly. And especially when it comes to college football, that's a big deal down there, dude. TCU ain't no run-of-the-mill small school. They are a private school, but they are big, though. And they often deal with a lot of Big Ten fucking teams.
I like watching
the running back came out of there. The running back from the Giants came out of TCU.
They're a good defensive school. They are very competitive against bigger schools. I love watching TCU games.
Yep.
They show up to play.
Running back from the Giants? That was Penn State.
Yeah.
That was Penn State. But you know who did come out of TCU who we probably don't want to remember? LaDainian Tomlinson.
There's your boy right there.
Right? Yeah. So, I mean, there's talent that has come out of TCU.
And Jim Swink, bro.
Hey.
Don't sleep on Jim Swink, bro.
Swink.
That's right. A lot of good players come out of TCU.
That's it, man. But you know what? I mean, this guy was going into the draft. He was one of the highest rated, if not the highest rated DB going into the draft. So it was a shock that he fell not just to the Raiders, but to everybody. A lot of the quote unquote specialist experts, if you will, right? They were kind of expecting him to go in the first round too. So the fact that we were able to pull this guy in the second round, okay, as Bobby so eloquently put it, like it kind of gives you forgiveness for what happened previously in the first round, even though we've just sat here and explained that it was actually a good pick for us because we needed to fill that spot. Right? Here we are. This is a guy that a lot of people said if the Raiders took him at 17, they wouldn't have been mad. We got him in the second round.
Trust me.
Yeah.
We
it kind of makes up for it, right?
No, we would have been mad.
Yeah, someone's mad, bro.
No, I didn't say Raider Nation wouldn't have been mad. Okay, let me correct that.
Trayvon Merrick in the first round with number 17, bro, they would have been mad about that.
Yeah,
shit.
no.
To do that.
Yeah, no.
And you know how many people had them taking that pick, right? They would have been mad about that. They would have been mad if you took Eichenberg, Cosme, anybody. If it wasn't your pick, you gonna be mad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course. But listen, this is what Kenny just said earlier too, and it's something that us as a podcast, I think we have had to start doing more of in recent years too. Because we were the same. We were with Raider Nation. We were about our emotions. We were about our guts. We were about the guy that we really like. This guy really looks great. And we wanted that guy because we thought he was awesome. Okay. And we got locked into one guy. But you can't think like you. Okay. You got to think like Gruden. And maybe that's not something you want to do. But I'm telling you, you're going into this fucking draft. You better start thinking like the Raiders, not like fucking Joe Dirt, right? Like don't think like yourself. Don't go into the draft thinking we're gonna get the guy that I really like, because that shit's never gonna happen. You're always gonna be fucking disappointed. Go in thinking, okay, what is it that the Raiders want to do? What is it that's gonna make sense for Gruden, Mayock, and company? And when you do that, you might get closer to the picks that actually get made, and you might not be so fucking angry about it at the end of the day. You might be like, oh, you know what?
Nobody would have ever thought Leatherwood, though.
You know what I was saying?
You was in John Gruden head, unless you was that motherfucker or Mayock, you would never have thought of Leatherwood. But I get your point, though, bro. You're right.
You know what
100% correct.
You know what I was telling Kenny earlier, though, Kane, is I caught a little clip of the Raiders report with Lincoln Kennedy and Eric Allen. This was after the draft was already completed, but they did a pre-draft thing. And Lincoln actually had Leatherwood as his 3 offensive linemen as targets for the first round. Okay? He shouted out dude from USC. He shouted out Leatherwood. And then his guy that he thought was the guy to go after was dude from Clemson. Mm-hmm. But he was on his radar. Okay? So there was people that did think this guy had something that people would want. And another thing is, what's homie that always does all the videos?
Baldinger.
Yeah, Baldinger. He had a clip of him on there, and he said, you know what? If he cleans up some stuff, he could be the best offensive, the best tackle, the best tackle in the league. He might be a homer. You might be right, but there's a lot of guys that he's put on. He's done videos of that shows true, man.
So check it out. This is how it's gonna go from now on. I'm gonna be like this. Watch. Hey, Raider Nation, I need you to step away from the ledge. Need you to just step away from the ledge. Everything's going to be all right. There's people down here that love you very much. Okay? Just step away. Just put down the remote control. Put down the remote. Yeah, there. What?
Put the phone down, not the remote control. Put the phones down. Put your phones down. Stop tweeting.
That's too good. That's too good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even me, I was pissed. Hey. Oh my God, I was pissed. Just like I was with Miller. I was pissed, but I was wrong, and I admitted I was wrong.
And there you go.
You know,
and there you
I
go.
even admitted to Miller's dad personally that I was wrong about the pick. So,
and Dan's a cool motherfucker too.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, Dan's our homie. Man.
Facts.
Yeah. But let me get back. Let me get back to the actual pick, bro. Okay. Because let's get to the fact that we got this guy. He's in the building. He's gonna be part of this squad, and they see him as a day one starter. That's what fucking Mayock said. They really do see him as a starter. Just like they see Leatherwood as a day one starter at right tackle. Okay? They really think that he complements what Abram does. And I think so too. You look at his film, he's a ball hawk. He's tall. He's a big safety. He's not a small, short safety like Kenny told you, right? That's he's finally a safety that's taller than Kenny, taller than most of us, right? Unless you're a professional athlete.
Right. Facts.
But this kid is a ball hawk. He's got good speed. He's got good coverage skills.
Soft hands.
But one of the things that they made a point to say is that he improved on his ability to play the run as well in the last season. So that's another thing that shows in his film is that he's now coming up. He's playing the ball. He's meeting people at the line of scrimmage. He's making plays in the backfield too. That is perfect for what we need. We need a guy that's going to solidify the backfield. That's going to be able to play in coverage, but we need a guy that's also going to be able to come up and make some plays because how often do we have running backs getting into our fucking secondary? Okay, how often do we have running backs getting through the defensive line, getting through the linebacking crew, and then they're fucking running downfield for 40 fucking 50 yards?
Well, actually, Jacobs gets into the secondary. He gets into the secondary.
No, I'm talking about the opposing team's running backs, brother.
And what I like, what I like about Trey's tackling tendencies is he's got the ability to lay the big hit, but it's not his priority. He's gonna take it only when the opportunity presents itself in the safest fashion. He's not lining it up every single time. He could bring down ball carriers in a variety of ways. The big hit's there. It's not the priority.
Yeah, and especially on the West Coast, like how Chet was saying about having running backs. Yeah. Remember, there's Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
So we're all over here concentrating on the arm that Mahomes has, but we forget about the running back that they also have as well. That kid is dangerous, man. So it's good to have a safety that can not only keep an eye on the backfield, to potentially catch the ball in the air.
And Denver just drafted a running back, right?
Yeah.
Denver just drafted a running back, too.
That's a good point you guys made. Moving Abram down into the box will be the best thing for him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I saw some people like, oh, you can't keep him in the box forever. Yes, you can. Because you could put another safety out there that can cover. So you can put three safeties, but one of them is actually playing a rover. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then the other two are playing, the opposite. So you can do, look, this Bradley, he works with his defensive backs. He's produced Richard Sherman, Brandon Browner, Cam Chancellor, all these defensive backs that's been popular. There's no way we drafted all these defensive backs. Between one of them or three of them, we're going to find somebody that can play that defense, that can play that role. Because the rover, I think, is the most important position in Bradley's defense. Mm-hmm. And I think that Abram can be a good rover. Matter of fact, he's not a free safety. Right. He's not a free safety. He wants to hit. Yeah. He wants to run up and make a hit. Yeah. He doesn't want to cover a pass deep. That's not what he wants to do. But Trayvon Merrick is the one that's going to cover those deep passes, those up the seam to the tight end passes. Remind you of Charles Woodson. Yeah. In back there is the last line of defense. I think Merrick will very much remind us of that. Yeah. Or make us even forget about the Hall of Famer. So from my standpoint, I think this was a good decision. I think you got two safeties that you're going to go out there and put out there. One's going to play the box and one's going to play the free. It's obvious. All the Carl Josephs and the Heaths and the other guys, those are guys that are going to push these guys into either a starting role or a backup role. Yeah, that's just what I see about it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I like the competition. You know what I'm saying. I like it when we got a bunch of defensive backs. Let's just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying this for the longest. The youngest wins. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? We got a young defense. I've been saying let's have a young defense. Let's do it. We got a young defensive backfield. But one thing I do think we need to complement this young field is a veteran. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Richard Sherman is still out there. I think we can bring him in and he can help hone this whole defense. He can be the leader. He doesn't have to start. I know at this point in his career, he probably still want to start or he want to win a Super Bowl, another ring or whatever. But if he does decide to sign with the Raiders, you don't need to start, bro. We need you to coach. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be surprised if we do bring in Richard Sherman. That's just my opinion.
So really quick, just on Trayvon Merrick again, what I like is his ability to press in man coverage, or stick in man coverage. Watching his highlights, the way he stays with the wide receiver was really impressive to me. The way he minimizes mistakes and can catch back up is what I really liked as well.
Recovery speed.
His recovery speed, his positioning, the way he defends passes, very clean, but he sticks like glue. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
Motherfuckers trying to say he's soft, he don't like to tackle, this and that. Well, if you could defense a pass and intercept shit and not have to, then you Deion Sanders.
Hey,
right?
That's what I was going to say. They said the same shit about Deion
like
Sanders.
Tackle Eagle, but he's a Hall of Fame cornerback.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people like, oh, he's not tough. That's the mark on Trayvon Merrick. It's like, he's not tough. Well, you don't have to be tough if you're savvy.
Yep. There you go.
You don't,
right.
you don't have to be tough if you make plays with your swag. Does he tackle well? Yes. Does he want to tackle? That's still a question, and we'll see in the NFL. Does he want to tackle?
Yeah,
but he's a coverage safety, and he's going to ball hawk the motherfucking ball, and I think that's what we need.
Well,
more than somebody
it's called
that's going to try to light somebody. We already got that up. We already got that in Abram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got that in Joseph.
Yeah.
We got motherfuckers that'll light your ass up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We need somebody that's that last line of coverage that if you try to go for all, it's not gonna work. Ain't gonna happen. This motherfucker is out here. He's the man.
And another boost to the Raiders defensive back room. Watts dropping in the chat right now, and I'm looking for something solid on it, but it hasn't materialized yet. But it's looking like the Raiders are set to sign Casey Hayward, cornerback coming from the Chargers. I think played under Bradley as well, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, because he was just there last year, right?
Yep.
And shout out really quick to Pete, $5 donation. He says the strangest part of being a Raider fan is admitting we need more psychos / sage leadership for once this year. Okay. And shout out to Kevin Lurker, $5. Hey. No comment attached. Cash on the table. Silent time. He's a silent type.
He's silent.
He's lurking, bro. He's lurking. We still got a lot more picks to get through here. Let's keep it pushing, right?
Yeah.
Let's get here. Round 3, pick number 80. The guy with the best player in the best name in the draft, Mr. Divine Diablo, safety / probably converted linebacker coming out of Virginia Tech, 6'3", 226 pounds. Looking like he's going to be another conversion, much what they had planned for Tanner Muse, who hopefully we see this year. So we're injecting.
You don't fuck with a nigga named Divine Diablo.
You do not.
Let me be the black man to say that in my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Who I love most definitely. And if y'all ever try to fuck with any of us, it's a problem. Yeah, Divine.
Oh, snap. See that? Divine Diablo heard his name. he's just hanging up on everybody right now.
We're going to get him back.
Well,
go ahead.
I mean, let's get into him into Divine Diablo anyways, right? Well, we get our brother back. But look, this guy is a big motherfucker, bro. Okay, first thing that stands out about this guy is the size on the guy. Okay, 6'3", 226. I think I heard an interview with him. He said he was like in the 230 range right now. And he said, right now I feel good. I feel like I keep speed. I can run at this size. He's all, but
did I lose y'all?
Yeah, you dropped off, bro.
Divine Diablo hit you up, bro. He canceled.
All right, let me calm down. Well, whatever. You don't want to fuck with a nigga named Divine Diablo.
I'm gonna use the restroom. You guys keep going.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
But what I was saying is, this guy has he has amazing size, and there's been a lot of comparisons with him. And let's not get out of control, but a lot of people are comparing him with Cam Chancellor. Okay, in regards to his size, the way he plays football, the way he plays in the box, he comes down and he hits. Right, that's the comparison that's being drawn to this guy. Okay, I'm not gonna go and do that. Okay, because we already know what Cam Chancellor was, and this guy has a lot to prove. Okay, but that being said, the kid is looking at becoming a linebacker with the Raiders. Okay, Mike Mayock said that they're looking to make him a linebacker. He played a little bit of linebacker at the Senior Bowl. He said he got to show that off, show that side of himself off, and that he thinks that's what really drew the attention of the Raiders, is that he was able to play linebacker in the Senior Bowl and show that that's not out of his reach. Okay, and at that size and at that speed, right? Talking about a safety now going to linebacker, we're back in the Tanner Muse section. Okay. Right. Converting a safety to linebacker in hopes of being able to keep up with these goddamn tight ends. Okay. Now, what a lot of the scouts said, and a lot of people that were talking about the draft these last couple days, they're saying this guy can cover tight ends. He covers tight ends really well because of his size, because he has speed, and because he ain't no punk. He ain't gonna get pushed around, shoved around by these tight ends because he's got good size. He's got good strength. So I'm digging it, right? Just like we were kind of digging the Tanner Muse pick, and that hasn't panned out. That hasn't shown to be the case. Okay. But you got two guys with similar builds, similar concept, right? Convert a safety to linebacker.
Jay, you just made a point.
And you're gonna push.
Good point, bro.
You're gonna push these guys.
Tanner Muse pick.
Yeah, you're gonna push.
The same as the Diablo pick.
Yeah.
So those guys are gonna compete.
They have to. And that's the key, right? Is Mayock and Gruden, and Gus Bradley, right? They're looking for guys that can cover a Kelsey. Okay, we don't look.
That's exactly.
There's one thing that we can't fucking stand, and that is Travis Kelce lighting us up and celebrating on the fucking field. Okay, I can't stand that motherfucker. I've been talking about punching that motherfucker in the mouth every single time we play the Chiefs, and it just doesn't happen enough. Okay, so we need to get guys that can do that to this dude. Okay, so you're gonna keep looking for these guys that are in between positions, that are safety linebackers, that have strength, have speed, that have size to be able to compete with this dude. Does it mean it's gonna happen? Is it an automatic? No, but you're gonna keep trying to get a guy that can do that, and so that's why you bring in a guy like Diablo to push that position, right? And so you're going to bring him in as a converted safety to linebacker. You're going to push Tanner Muse to either fucking get up and become what we thought he was going to be, or get the fuck out of here, right?
I agree.
Especially with that size, man. They basically are the same size, Tanner Muse and Diablo. They are, for the most part, the same size, and that's the reason why they got brought in, to check the damn tight ends, because it's been a constant problem, man. We have
100, Bobby.
We have Kelsey. We have, what was it? Not to the same degree, but we have Noah Fant, and we also have Hunter Henry as well.
Hunter Henry's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
He got traded.
Jeff Heath is the odd man out.
Hunter Henry's
is the odd man out.
With the Patriots now, I think.
He's the first person that I think is going to hit the wire. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think you got to give Merrick those snaps that Heath would have been getting if you want him to start, or you know what I mean. You got to give him those snaps.
Yeah.
If we keep Jeff Heath, man, if something went wrong, that's the weakest DB we have to me. Lawson and Heath are the two weakest DBs. Those guys' numbers are on point right now. You know, if you can't beat out Hobbs or Merrick, respectively, then you guys you're not going to be here. So that's just how I look at it. There's a depth chart, and Heath and Merrick are going to compete, and then you're going to have, some other competition going on, and I think the one safety that everybody's talking about is going to be, maybe a linebacker hybrid safety. He may be in position to compete with those guys like the Josephs and the Abrams, the guys that's going to be playing box. Well,
but I don't think that's even in the mindset. Honestly, Kane, I think that is the position that they want. They're locking him in at linebacker. So the goal isn't, okay, we're going to have a guy that can go from safety and then play linebacker too, like slide him in and out. The goal is we're going to get a guy that can play at the speed of a safety, that can cover like a safety, but play linebacker to fucking match up with the tight end. So they're not looking at Diablo to play safety at all. Just like they weren't looking at Muse to play safety at all. Okay, so Abram and KJ and Merrick and Heath, they don't have they're not concerned with these guys. These guys are linebackers. They're locked in at linebacker positions. Right? So Diablo is not coming to play safety. He's going to play linebacker.
Gillespie's the dude that'll push. Merrick's the dude that's going to push Heath.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that are going to push Heath, if anybody.
Yeah. I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, you're right. Gillespie is the guy that's going to push Heath and Merrick. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Tanner Muse. Muse and Diablo are going to be battling for that money backer position, and we'll see, because we didn't see any Tanner Muse last year due to injury. But I look at the guys side by side, and I like Divine Diablo, and he's got the name.
Yeah.
So right, he already
knows. The holy demon, bro.
We all like Divine Diablo, and you know what? Watch his film. This is like Scrappy Doo. We should call this nigga Scrappy Doo. You know what I'm saying? Because he just everywhere. I'm serious. If you watch him, he be like, his nose is in the middle. You know what I'm saying? He gonna cover you outside. He don't mind getting in between the hashtags. You know what I'm saying? Where the big guys is. This dude is tough. And you know what? All the guys that they drafted are tough, like in between the hash mark guys. And I noticed that when they drafted, like, I was like, oh shit. Like, he ain't scared to stick his nose in there. And I think we've been going with this trend of guys, like, they want tough people. They want real motherfuckers that won't opt out. You know what I'm saying? That won't opt out because of whatever. You know, if they said we could play football this year, you said you don't want to play, we don't want you. You know what I'm saying? And the Raiders did that. Shit. They didn't take nobody that opted out. They didn't draft anybody. So they just like, we not fucking with you if you were scared. In my opinion, that's just how I would look at it. Now, I'm not Mike Mayock or John Gruden or Tom Cable or any of these guys that make decisions, but I'm saying that they just said, we ain't going to take no punk-ass motherfuckers. I mean, that's just how I look at it.
Yeah. Some highlights from Diablo. Started 9 games in 2020. In those 9 games, recorded 55 tackles and 4 interceptions, one of which was off Trevor Lawrence, and recovered a fumble. Some pretty nice little stat sheet there for last year. Yeah. You know what I mean? Converted wide receiver, plays special teams. He's going to be on special teams immediately. I'll tell you that right now. And this might be the guy. We've been looking for a money backer since Obi Melifonwu, who was recently cut by the 49ers. Hit the road, Obi. Hit the road.
You know, his brother got drafted, right? His brother got drafted in like the 4th or 5th round.
Oh, well, fuck him too. Hey, shout out to Silky Slim with the 1999 donation. He says, "Who do you think will be the surprise cut out of all these DBs and linebackers?" I don't think there'll be any surprise cuts. I mean, maybe Arnett would be a shock, but I don't see him being cut. I think
go through the obvious cuts.
I think Kane already answered that question. I don't think there's any surprises there. Bobby, what do you think? These guys are doing a pretty good podcast, huh?
I believe so, man. I mean, just with Kane alone, dude, that's the voice that's been missing for the longest time.
Hey,
in reality, dude, it's good to hear you again, Kane.
Yeah,
hell yeah, brother.
I'm sorry, I'm over here a little bit distracted. I was just like over here, like, hold on, Pete. I got to answer to Pete real quick. So.
But Divine Diablo, he's going to slot in well. He's going to be a little role player on this team, and hopefully he can crack that money backer spot, and we'll get that dude finally, either him or Tanner Muse. But hey, I'm rooting for the guy, named after Satan. So.
Well, and I believe I said this before. I believe Divine Diablo is one of Prince's illegitimate children.
Oh, shit.
It sounds like it, dog.
All right.
I just wanted to get that out there. I'm sorry.
So we got that new power generation defense.
So we got that going for us.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you know what, Bobby?
Let's just be happy he's not a Viking. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Man. You know what? He ain't far from that.
I got no notes on Tyree Gillespie, but
real quick, not to cut you off though, because we skipped right over Malcolm Kuntz. I don't know if that was by design.
We did. My bad.
It's all good.
Let's backtrack.
It's all good.
Pick number 78, round 3, Malcolm Kuntz, defensive end out of Buffalo, 6'2", 250 pounds of bent steel and sex appeal.
Hey.
Your lady's going to love him.
Hey, according to the Raiders, this is Khalil Mack 2.7.
According to the Raiders, Khalil Mack also played for Buffalo. Let's not go that far.
2.0. He's about a 2.7.
They said he's the next best defensive player to come out of Buffalo since Khalil Mack. I wouldn't stretch it to that clickbait headline, but maybe that's what we need to get more views on this channel.
Hey, right?
Malcolm Kuntz, Khalil Mack, 2.7 thousand.
Hot take right there. Hot take.
Hot. Fire.
No, that is it, right? This guy is the best defensive player since Khalil Mack. Okay, let's correct that. No one's comparing him to Khalil Mack. Nobody's saying he's the second coming of Khalil Mack. Okay, he's the best player out of Buffalo. Okay, playing for the Bulls since Khalil Mack. Okay,
Well, I've heard him compared to Shaq Barrett, Ngankwe.
hey,
I'm hoping he's not Arden Key 2.0.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
no.
Thank you. I was about to say that because
Oh man.
honestly, it's. I was looking at the film. I like this guy. He's fast.
Yeah.
He can get there,
yeah.
but it just.
There's a lot of times he goes right by.
I get
Bobby,
that
I'm
feeling.
with you, Bobby.
Dude,
I'm with you.
I saw that and I
I'm
was
with
like,
you.
not only
A
that,
pass
too, but
rusher, if you ain't a 1, 2, 3 pick, then it's gonna be some question with you.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
A defensive tackle or a defensive end has to be like in the top 3 or 4 picks for you to be for sure. After that, you might make it. Well, we're gonna root for you because we Raider fans. We're gonna root for you.
Absolutely.
But
see,
But you know what,
You
though?
know.
Let me just take a couple steps back, though, because Mad Max wasn't a first rounder, okay? And we've been pretty high on Max since we got him, okay? So let's slow down. It doesn't mean that he's not going to be something.
But Max went to Michigan State, though, bro.
No.
that's actually a big school.
He didn't go to Michigan State.
Wasn't it Michigan?
yeah,
State?
so did Jelly. So did Hurst. I mean, Hurst went to Michigan too.
Yeah.
He was a top prospect coming out of Michigan.
Hurst went to Michigan.
Eastern Michigan.
Eastern
And
Michigan. Sorry,
Mad Max went to Eastern Michigan State. Okay,
my
come on
bad,
now,
my
slow
bad.
your roll.
I
guys.
did something like that.
Their cheerleaders aren't as pretty at Eastern Michigan State. Is what I've heard. The cheerleading squad and the field hockey squad, same squad.
Hey, but the bottom line is this. Okay, so listen.
I ain't never heard of Eastern Michigan in my life.
You did today. Okay, you did today. But listen.
Today years old.
At the end of the day, we had to get rid of fucking Key.
I must be, Bobby.
He wasn't panning out, right? Key didn't pan out. We gave him an additional year this last year, and he talked a lot.
I talked a lot, bro.
He talked about being something major and doing big things.
Training camp champion.
And we just got more of the same. So Key is, I don't know, like Key, I don't know where he went. I don't know who he's with right now. Maybe somebody can fill us in the chat if he's on a team. But I do know
he went to Eastern Michigan,
that
bro.
this guy is trying. I think this guy is refocusing his life, honestly, because I seen him post stuff about business and all kinds of other stuff. So he might be seeing his way out of the league.
Yeah.
And hey, bless you, bro. Like if you're able to be successful off the field, if that's where you're meant to be, then go ahead, do your thing. But it wasn't working out here. You can't be mad that we let you go, and nobody else should be. So you bring in another young cat.
He's playing for the Bitcoin bloppers, bro.
Hey, so am I. I'm trying to get them Bitcoins, bro.
He's selling used cars, bro. That's what he's doing. Selling used cars over in San Rafael, bro.
Arden Keys was the Niners, I believe, right?
Like I said, he's selling
Yeah,
cars over
he
in
went
San
to the
Rafael.
Niners.
They both went, right?
Yeah,
Hurst
yeah.
and Key went to
Yeah.
the Niners.
Yeah.
It's going to be something to see, right? We got Solomon Thomas. They got Hurst and Key. I hope those motherfuckers don't pan out for them, bro. I really do. I really don't. That would be the worst, bro. We take Solomon Thomas, they take Hurst and Key, and all of a sudden they start producing for the Niners. I would be pissed. Anyways, back to Malcolm Kuntz. Okay, so this guy shows all the athletic attributes that you want in a guy coming off the edge and a guy that you take late in round 3. Okay, you're taking him in round 3. He's not a first round draft pick, so you're not necessarily saying this guy has to come in, produce right away. You got a veteran in Ngankwe, right? You got a veteran in Ngankwe. You have, everyone's mad at Klee still, but Klee is there. Okay,
Poor Klee, bro.
and Klee still got my support.
Never did
okay?
nothing but play some solid football.
That's it.
Bro.
That's it. That's all he's done, right? Since he got to race play solid. And then you got Max. Okay. So you got guys in front of him. So it's not necessary that this guy has to jump off the field and be on the field immediately. But if he gets on the field and he produces, that's gonna be a blessing, man. That's gonna be like, okay, nice. You mean to tell me we got Ngakoue, we got Max producing, and now we got this guy? At least that's what our hopes are, right? That both Max and Ngakoue will be producing.
Yeah.
So I like what I seen on film, man. The guy gets after it. He's got a lot of energy from the first play of the game to the end of the game. You don't see any like fall off in terms of his energy, in terms of his desire to get to the quarterback. But like you were talking about, Bobby, there is plenty of it on film where he maybe gets a little bit overzealous, goes past the quarterback, right? Gets himself out of plays because he's trying to get to the quarterback. So that's stuff that he's gonna have to work on, right? But the energy and the desire to be good and the desire to be great, that's what matters most. And I don't think Key had enough of it.
Yeah.
At least not as a Raider. Hopefully this guy does.
And I think Kuntz has a little bit more bulk to him. A little bit more bulk.
Yeah.
He's like he's about the same weight as Key, with 3 inches shorter, but still very lanky, right in his build.
He's got long arms.
Yeah.
He's got long reach.
Very rangy. So
I think Divine Diablo and Kuntz is the same skill set.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I think they got like
different
the
positions,
same skill set.
But
I think it's two different positions. You know what I'm saying? But I think that the latter, not Kuntz, but the latter can still rush the quarterback, though. You know what I'm saying? From the linebacker position. I think that's why he's going to be there. That his importance is he can't do all the shit that Chase said, but he can rush into the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And get to the quarterback. I think that Kuntz is going to be I'm sorry, not Kuntz, but
Divine Diablo.
I'm sorry to fuck up the whole podcast, y'all, but the other guy is going to be the guy that rushes in to tackle to get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Because his matching up with the offensive lineman, yeah, like Chase said, he won't be able to make it there. You know what I'm saying? But if you put him in positions to win, then he'll win. You know what I'm saying? And that's I agree with you, bro. That he can get to the quarterback that way. You know what I'm saying? But with the Kuntz pick, I think Kuntz is a player that complements Crosby. You know what I'm saying? And Farrell is not a rusher. You can move Farrell inside on those downs. You bring Kuntz and you have Crosby on each end, and then you rush those guys. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think Bradley is looking at it.
Kuntz is Kuntz is more of a stand-up edge guy.
Yeah,
he's gonna be standing up most of the time. He's gonna be coming in behind the edge rusher most likely, in my opinion. But we'll see. I have him marked as our boom or bust pick. This guy's either gonna flash for us, or he's gonna go the way of the dodo bird, or just be rotational. Hopefully, we don't handcuff ourselves.
So he's another Key. Is that what you think, bro?
That's what I always said.
You haven't even Matt. You haven't even said he would be better than Key. Like, you put him in Key's position because that's what he should be. That's the key position, right? That's the Arden Key position. Can he be better than Key? That's what we need. We need somebody that could be better than Key, that complements Crosby.
That's for him to decide, though,
so
right?
You can maybe,
that's a given.
On third downs, you might be able to push Crosby inside just one step over, and then you have Key. You have Key or Keys, whoever this guy is we're talking about, because I'm drunk. But this guy, and then with Key rushing. You understand what I'm saying? Those two guys on one end rushing the passer. Can that happen? I think that's what the coaching staff is looking for right now. Can we match somebody that we can put on the side next to Crosby, or put Crosby on the outside and put that person next to Crosby on the inside, and both of y'all rush the passer from that side because we already happy with the other side.
Okay. Sure. Let's move on to Tyree Gillespie, round 4, pick number 143, safety out of Missouri, 6 feet tall, 210 pounds. I don't have a lot of notes here. Hopefully one of you guys can step in. Tell me a little bit more about Tyree Gillespie. Why should we be excited about him? Or is this guy just a depth pick?
Ball hawk. First thing that I tell you, ball hawk.
Gillespie a ball hawk? How many picks did he have in his career over there?
He didn't have a bunch of picks, but look at his pass breakups and look at his defense, how he is in the middle of everything. You know what I'm saying? How he just can stop the run. Mm-hmm. You know, how he could just get in the middle. I'd like a defensive player who will come up from the defensive back to make a play. You know what I'm saying? To make a play on that it didn't get passed to me, but shit, I'm right here. I'm about to tackle your ass. I like that.
Yeah,
and that's one thing.
He had 4 pass.
I'm sorry,
breakups.
go ahead.
He had 4 pass breakups last year, 0 interceptions. I wouldn't classify Gillespie as a ball hawk per se. More of like a physical kind of inside-outside guy.
Yeah. Physical. Yeah. That's what I was saying, bro. Somebody who will come up and make a play.
Is this the guy the guy that's going to push Amik Robertson on this squad? Is that Gillespie's?
Yes.
I didn't see a Gillespie as that guy.
No.
Yes.
I thought that was Hobbs.
Hobbs, yeah, my bad. I'm already mixing.
I'm very jaded.
It's all right, man.
And I'm sober.
Hey.
I'm very jaded about Robertson, honestly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm jaded about a lot of the picks that we've made throughout many years.
Yeah.
There's only so much that we can hold against Robertson as well because of his injuries as well. And not only that, too, but we have to think about the person that was actually calling the plays for him, that was making the decisions for him.
And the shit year. Let's not lose.
Bobby,
let's not lose.
You hit the nose. You hit the pig on the fucking tail or whatever you want to call it. You hit the nose on the. But I think a lot of our transgressions was because of this motherfucker called Gunther. You know what I mean?
Paul Gunther.
Yeah, Paul Gunther.
I think Bobby was correct when he said that Paul Gunther is the issue. A lot of these guys are going to look better under Bradley, especially the DBs. That's what he does. I believe Abram is going to benefit from Bradley. I believe Joseph is going to benefit from Bradley. I believe Merrick is already the man. And he's just going to excel. Look, Derwin James had look at his rookie season. You know what I'm saying? Just look at the players that these guys have drafted or even that he's coached. The Bosas, the Ingrams, the Derwin Jameses. Look at the defenses. San Diego wasn't bad. They just had problems on offense or whatever the case may be. The point is this dude is a better answer than what we had before him.
Hey guys, really quick. My Wi-Fi is spiking right now. We might lose connection. I think right here we're going to take a pause. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We'll continue breaking down Gillespie in these last 2 picks. Then we're going to open up the phone lines. But I want to get out of here before we completely lose the stream and then come back. Kane, it was great talking to you, brother. Thanks for helping us break down these very important first 4 picks. And we're going to get back right with you on Sunday. So, hey, man, get some rest. Happy birthday to your boy.
Yeah,
it was good. Right. It was good reconnecting, brother.
Peace, brothers.
Peace out, bro.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, we'll be back very shortly.
Yeah.
Let's play us out. We need that music, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, we'll catch you guys on the other side. Stay tuned.
Peace.
We ain't dead yet.
Chill.
we're back. Yes, we needed that break. I need that, but we had gone for a while there. Let's go. Let's jump right back into it.
Hey, chelas, real quick. We got a chela. We got a chela. Got a third one.
Let's go.
Crack a third chela. Okay.
Trela.
Chela the third.
Oh. Chela.
Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome, Jeffrey.
This is clown shoes. Rainbows are real hazy India Pale Ale.
That's a big ass title. That's a
let
big
me see.
beer.
Let's
Damn,
see
dude.
what it
Look at
tastes
this.
like. This is a 6.7
like-
on the ABV.
Looks like apple cider, bro.
Yeah.
Like that dark apple cider.
That's goat
A little
meal.
bit more. Goat meal.
Goat
What'd you
milk?
say, goat meal.
Goat meal.
But they said goat milk. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, all right. Let's tap that out. See, there's a can. One thing about clown shoes, they always have these crazy like comic book labels. Man, it's pretty dope. If you ever had any, pretty good, pretty good. And here we're gonna give this a taste.
That's thicker than a math teacher. Hey, real quick, too, while you guys do that.
I don't know who your math teacher was.
That's right, you don't. Shout out to Quinn, 1999. He says, been missing the Pillagers. Great to hang with y'all tonight. Cheers. Hey, cheers to you too, Quinn.
Salud, brother.
This one goes out to you. We miss you too, guys.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
that's a lot of flavor right there. There's
That's tasty.
definitely some citrus.
Yep.
Little bit more bitters on this one, right? We got a little bit more bitters on this one.
Yep, on the back end.
And it's rich. This is a little bit more. It's a lot more rich than the Ultimate. More along the lines of the Shine in terms of
but
the
a little
richness.
bit, but a little bit more richer.
Yeah,
just
less
because of
less malty though.
Flavorful.
Flavor.
I'm kicking new flavor in your beer.
Oh,
It's the brand new flavor in your beer. Ah!
breweries.
we got to make that track, bro. That's got to be the intro to the Chela segment.
I'm with it.
breweries hit up Kenny for some music. He got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right,
Just
breweries.
like you and the blab, about to kick your flab.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Craig Mack. R.I.P. man.
Just like a piece of sizzling, a fit inside your stomach with the eggs and grits between. The king is what I mean. New flavor in your beer. Let's
New
go.
flavor
Rest in
in your
peace.
beer.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace
Oh,
to
man.
Craig Mack.
Great jam.
R.I.P. to a lot of people, man. We lost some greats these last couple
Hey,
years, man.
rest in peace
For
to
real.
Shock G, man.
Shock G,
Oh,
man.
man.
The guy I looked up to for a very long time and still do.
Right?
Losing grace. Hey, rest in peace, DMX. Rest in peace, Shock G. Rest in peace,
Black Rob.
Black Rob, man.
Dude.
Rest in peace, you know.
Rest in peace to this peanut butter cup that I left in my pocket, bro.
Is that a special peanut butter cup or just a regular old ass peanut butter cup?
Special now because it's melted as hell, dude.
It's a keto cup right here.
Oh,
no
so
sugar.
it's kind of special.
It's pretty fire, dude.
But you know what, man? You don't need sugar in peanut butter cups, bro. That chocolate and that peanut butter to hold
Yeah.
it together, man. You don't
Yep.
need all that sugar.
Because the dark chocolate and the peanut butter is
Yep.
fire.
Yep.
All right.
Anyways, man, shout out and like we said, man, rest in peace to all those peeps, man, that we lost these last couple of years, man. A lot of greats, man.
Shout out to DRC. He's not dead, but he's in the chat. Shout out to you.
I was like, oh shit, he died.
Let's. Do we have anything else to say about Tyree Gillespie?
Yeah, I was just gonna make the comment, man, that this is a guy that was, you know, that Mayock, Gruden, and company were high on. I think they liked what they saw on film. They liked his production. Yes, he's not a ball hawk, but we already got our ball hawk. Okay, and they did trade up for him, right?
Yep.
So they did trade up to get this guy because they thought he was somebody that was worth doing that for. So, you know, maybe some people might say like, no, that's just a Raider thing, and we traded up for a guy that we didn't need to trade up for. But I like to look at it the other way. They did their homework. They're studying these guys. They're looking at the film. Something about this guy stood out. They went out. They got him. And like I said, if you look at him, he's not a turnover machine, but he's got good coverage skills. And I think special teams wise, he could be important to the team.
He's going to be the guy.
It's going to be depth.
Yeah.
It's going to be depth for sure, man.
Yep. Day one special teams role player.
And it's not a small school.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Mizzou, you know?
Yeah.
They
Mizzou.
actually have competition around them as
There you
well.
go.
So he's actually been there with the bigger names as well. So
Yeah.
that's the other thing as I have to say.
All right, round 5.
Hey, fight!
Dude, I was about to say it.
Round 5. If you got to round 5 in Street Fighter, you're doing something wrong. Pick number 167, Nate Hobbs, cornerback out of Illinois, 6 feet tall, 195 pounds.
Yeah.
Pretty average build, solid build for a corner. Developmental player, very physical. This is the guy that I think is pushing Amik Robertson. Amik, love the heart. We love the energy on the field. But you are putting yourself in harm's way and playing above what your body can handle from what we've seen. Now, we say all these things about last year's defensive players with the one caveat that we do believe Gus Bradley is going to raise the value of all the players already on this team, including the ones coming in.
Absolutely.
But Nate Hobbs is going to gun for that spot. I know he's a round 5 player, but he's a very, very physical corner. Not a ball hawk, but he's going to rough you up a bit. More young competition, and was a kick returner for the Fighting Illini. So who knows? I don't know that he takes that position away.
No, but I think that's one of the things that they keyed in on about Hobbs is that he can play inside out. They like his ability to switch in for either position, playing either outside corner or inside. And like you said, last season, Amik was kind of pushed into that, even though Amik didn't play the slot in college. Like he was primarily an outside cornerback. But being 2020 what it was, having Paul Gunther not hold his own, I think he was behind the 8 ball right away. Yeah. I'm still high on Amik. I really liked what I saw on film.
Me too.
When we drafted him, I thought he was going to be a steal for sure. So my hopes are still there for Amik. I really do hope this dude pans out because I think he has the drive and he really wants to be, great. I think he really wants to be great. He wants to prove himself. He wants to prove that he's better than the pick that he was drafted in last season because he was drafted really late. And he was one of the better cornerbacks coming out the draft. So I'm hopeful that he pans out. I'm hopeful that he makes his team. I'm hopeful that he solidifies his position. Mm-hmm. And maybe Hobbs is the guy to push him a little bit more to make that happen. So shout out to both of them, man. Do your thing. Go out there. Best man wins because that's what it's all about in the NFL and on this team especially. It's whoever goes out there and proves it. Right? You got to go out there and prove it if you want to get on the field.
The other thing as well that Hobbs has over Amik Robertson, and like I said, literally over him is his height.
Yeah.
That's the other thing as well. But at the same time, Amik Robertson did have that heart. He did have that drive to get out there. And honestly, I kind of saw Abram as a bad influence. He was the one who was kind of around him. Abram, and not like a bad influence in the tradition of like, hey, let's go do something shady, but in the tradition of go out
hit
there
somebody
and hit somebody and
make a highlight
and play with emotion.
Yeah,
you're out there to get that ESPN top 10, not top 10, but the top 10,
right?
And so that's what I kind of saw. Yes, of course, obviously it's different positions. But for some reason, it's because I just saw them clicking together a lot more.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just my ocular thing, what I saw. But I mean, it's you can't fault Amik so much as well with, like I said, the injuries and the quote unquote leadership that Paul Gunther was actually there to present.
Well, you know what? I think that's actually a good point, man. Like you're talking about the influence of Abram. We talked a little bit about the fact that Abram didn't have a vet to put him in place, right?
Yeah.
To check him.
Yep.
And so when an Abram comes onto a squad like the Raiders, and you do not have leadership in the defensive backfield, and you have the kind of energy and like personality that Abram has, you become the guy because you're like, I'm the fucking guy. I'm the fucking man around here. I'm willing to fucking go out there, get dirty, whatever. And so you do become an influence. Even though Abram's a second-year guy last season, he had influence. So I think that's a great point. I think that it's very possible that Amik, took a little bit of that influence, maybe made some bad decisions, maybe, took the idea of Abram making the big play, getting the big hits, and lost track of what he does best, which he's a really good cover guy.
Trying to be like Big Brother, huh?
Yeah. So
I'm still.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, we're not in the locker room, so we can't say that for sure.
It's an interesting take, though.
But it's an interesting take, and I think we're gonna see a change in that aspect of this defensive backfield in regards to there not being any leadership.
Yep.
There's gonna be some veterans. I think that we're not done yet. I think that, yes, we've added a lot of young talent there, but Kane alluded to it, and I think it's a very real possibility that we see a Sherman on this team. Okay, in whatever capacity he comes on. I don't know if he comes in as a corner, if he comes in as a safety, or if he comes in as just like that vet that's going to put people in check and get everybody in the right place. I do think that that's something that's needed. And we did bring in a dude from Philly, right? Didn't we bring in a vet from Philly? I can't think of the name. The name is slipping me right now. But
at safety or at corner?
In the DB.
Okay.
In the DB position. I'm not sure if he's safety or corner. It might be corner. My phone died too.
Well, the other reason too why I'm also rooting for Robertson, is just a personal thing, is because we both 5'8", man. You know, he's doing that out there for us.
You got to do it for the chiquitos
as well. That's right, dog.
Got to do it for the chiquitos, man.
Hey, you know what, dog? Chiquito pero picoso, bro.
Hey,
that's how it is,
man.
bro. You got to fight out there for that bit. And that's the one thing, though, is that he has that going against him all the time, is that, oh, you're a short dude. You ain't got nothing, and these guys are going to overpower you.
Douglas.
Oversize you.
Yeah, Russell Douglas.
Yeah, so that's homie that we brought over, veteran. And Mayock made a comment about him being brought over for veteranship, right? For his veteran mentality and his ability to provide some leadership to that DB room. So that's going to be there. But I think somebody asked him the question about Richard Sherman, and he's like, I don't have a comment.
Yeah.
It's like, stop asking stupid questions, motherfucker. Some idiot asked him the other day. Some idiot asked him the other day about Aaron Rodgers. Somebody had asked him about Aaron Rodgers the other day, too. And he was like, oh, Aaron Rodgers recently said that he wants out of Green Bay, and he listed Raiders as one of his teams. If he were to get traded, that's where he would like to go. What are your thoughts? And he's all, Aaron Rodgers is under contract. I have no comment on that. It's like, stop asking stupid-ass questions, yo. Like, why are you asking dumb-ass questions? You really think he's going to make a comment on that? And do you really think he's going to sit there and talk about bringing in an Aaron Rodgers when we've heard over and over and over again that Derek Carr is their guy? Like, come on, yo. That's a stupid question.
Yeah, someone was talking about Aaron Rodgers in the chat earlier. Look, the reason why we haven't talked about this, that shit ain't going to happen. For one,
no,
it's a
money. You have to trade away everything you got.
Yeah, it's a money play, and you're going to dump all your money into Rodgers' contract. In 2 years, you're going to have a mass exodus of talent, and this team's going to be bankrupted, devoid of talent for 5 years to come. We're going to enter right back into a rebuild, and it may or may not happen. Nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. Yeah. And do you really want to sign another high-profile player that is only available to you because they're quitting on their current team? Like, do you want to bring that culture back into this locker room? After Derek Carr, who we've been very critical of, busted his ass last year.
He did.
Had a very clean season. So I don't really think Aaron Rodgers solves any problems over here. And then shout out to Viking Jerome, Vikings fan in the chat, who says, thanks, Raiders, for not drafting Christian Darrisaw, Skull Vikes. Hey, thanks for rolling over in Super Bowl 11 and giving us number 2.
Fact.
Choo! You came to the wrong place, motherfucker. But welcome fucking stupid horns somewhere else, man.
But make sure you hit that like button.
Yes, make sure you hit the like on the way up.
Like and subscribe, baby.
Now we know who that one thumbs down is.
Don't let the like hit you on the ass on the way up.
Yes.
Salute.
Salute.
Let's talk about round number 7, pick number 230.
Hey,
I think Trayvon Merrick is probably most fans' favorite pick.
Yeah,
and I think Jimmy Morrissey is the Gruden grinder, the little late sneaky pick that everyone's like, ooh,
yeah,
I low key really like this, right?
Yep. I like this.
Yeah,
this is our kind of pick.
This is our kind of pick. Blue collar dude.
Hell yeah.
Great technique. Puts his head down. Just goes to work. Walk on player. Ends up starting all 4 years at Pittsburgh. 6'3", 300 pounds. Not huge for center. The guy could play guard too. So again, worst case scenario, you're getting yourself a backup guard.
Versatility.
Yeah, and Nick Martin, don't let that like button hit you in the ass on the way out either. Guy gave up only 2 sacks in the last 2 years. Same thing for Alex Leatherwood. I like this guy, Gruden grinder.
Hey,
good technique, balanced with his hands, balanced on his feet. Plays low, right behind the shoulders, takes good angles, high IQ, great character, leadership qualities. This is a John Mike Mayock dude. This is a slam dunk pick right here at the end of the draft.
This is an overachiever, bro. This is a guy that's not supposed to succeed, but he has a mentality that allows him to prove motherfuckers wrong. And so this is exactly the kind of pick you want in the 7th round. This is you don't want a guy that's supposed to go in the fucking 2nd round and fail all the way to the 7th, because that guy's like, I should have gone in the 2nd round. This guy's like, I walked on to my fucking college, and I started every fucking game that I was there. So yeah, I'll get drafted in the 7th round and watch me fucking start every game for you too.
Let's go.
Yeah. That's the kind of attitude you want.
I'm getting goosebumps.
You want that heat, bro. You want that heat. Okay, so Jimmy Morrissey, bro, hey, we welcome you with open arms, brother. Get after it. Get nasty. And let these motherfuckers know you ain't here to take part. You're here to fucking take over. I want to see you on the field. I want to see him on the field. I want him working.
The best way I can describe him, the best player I can describe him with our current squad, even though he was an undrafted free agent, would have to be Alec Ingold.
Hey.
Honestly, like, I just saw that from him. Like, hey, I'm here. Here's my time clock. Where's the time clock? Let me punch in.
Yeah.
Bam. Let's get this.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm out. Bam. Let's come back in tomorrow and make work happen.
I'm going to add another name to that list. Max Crosby. A guy that should not be in the position he's in right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Showed up, put his head down, and just worked. Didn't let anything sideline him. And just got after it.
Yep.
Coming out of fucking Eastern Michigan Polytech Community College, bro.
Dude, hey, I believe he actually was... for a minute before that, he was actually at the University of Phoenix, if I'm not
for real. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Just taking all like classes.
University.
Hey, real
this
quick.
Is the Vrij Institute, dog.
One last thing I want to add about Jimmy Morrissey is that he was a recipient of the best walk-on award, right? I don't know what the name of that award is.
I'll get it for
But there's another motherfucker on this Raider squad that received that award as well. And we all love him. His name is Hunter Renfrow.
Yep.
Okay? That motherfucker that sells cars part-time and fucking catches passes on 3rd down.
And is a
we love that guy, okay? We love that guy, and he did similar things, right? He was a walk-on. He started all 4 years, right? He became an integral part of Clemson's offense.
Yep.
Okay? That's what we got in a Jimmy Morrissey. He's a guy that just walked on his team. He said, I'm going to fucking play. And he didn't take no for an answer. And here he is getting drafted by the Raiders in the 7th round. Like I said, get after it, bro. Get after it. Because I want to see a guy like that succeed on our team. I want to see him on the field. And Samson.
Hey,
you're on notice, bro. You better get your shit together.
Samson Simpson. He won the Burlsworth Trophy, the Bulworth Trophy. Great soundtrack.
Bulworth, a great movie, though.
Great soundtrack. ODB, Mariah Carey.
Right?
I mean,
Praz.
Right?
He was there, dog. He was there.
Oh, shit.
What was Praz?
Bro.
Hey, they need to do a VH1. Where are they now? With Praz.
Forgot about him,
man.
I think Wyclef killed him, though. Drank his blood.
Dog. Don't say that, man. It's not nice.
Oh,
This is
shit.
Primo, bro. That's his fucking family, dog.
I think Lauryn Hill broke that, man.
It's the Highlander, bro. The only one can live, dog.
I think Lauryn Hill broke that, man. I really do.
Oh, man.
I wouldn't doubt it, dog.
We got Gabriel Pineda in the chat. Hey, shout out to Peter Gabriel.
Hey, Peter Gabriel. Hammer.
I can be a steam train.
That's what Kenny was singing when he got injured.
Sledge.
Ciao. It's been a great show. We'll see you guys again next Sunday.
God damn, bro.
Oh, man.
Hey, man.
You can get more stuff like this on our Patreon subscriber.
You get pictures of the injury by signing up for our Tier 2 Patreon. You're not going to want to miss that.
Good times.
Hey, great times, man.
Yeah, what's the clickbait title for this episode? 5 reasons why Jimmy Morrissey will unseat Jim Otto as the greatest Raider center of all time. That'll get us 10,000 clicks real fast.
Yeah, and everybody fucking in the chat just hating our guts
for
bro.
all the wrong reasons. See,
how dare you?
That will shut down the internet for a week.
For real. Yeah, we don't play those games, and that's why. Hey, is it time to go to the phone lines, yo?
Yes, it is.
My favorite time of the evening. So we got some calls here, starting with Thursday. These should be good.
Yeah,
I believe ISO had to call in twice, apparently.
you should be good.
These come from an unknown number, so watch out now.
Good morning, fellas, from beautiful Colorado.
Hey, G-Paw.
G-Paw.
Nice.
I was thinking to myself, this draft pick better work, or I would really like to see Mayock go. Sorry, Raider fans, that's just my take. G-Paw out. Hey, Google.
That's it, man. Hey, G-Paul, we're not mad. We understand. Everybody was up in arms
But wait,
about the pick.
there's more.
Here we go.
All right, guys, I had to come back. G-Paw had a little dog rush this morning. I think the reason why I said what I did the first time is his picks have been so far out there, I cannot believe it sometimes. I'm just a little upset. I don't want to see it again. My beloved Raiders. G-Paw. Hey, fellas, it's G-Paw. I just wanted to say, I told you he was going to take some crappy picks, 3rd round draft grade, and he is still picked.
Step away from the ledge, G-Paw.
Hey,
Come get a hug, bro.
come on over, man. We got you.
Me and you got some skin on skin time.
We'll hold you down. We'll hold you down.
Hey, Bobby Boy is in the
Skin
studio.
on.
He's technically certified as a therapy dog. So if anybody needs to pet Bob
Hey,
to calm themselves down, he's right here.
Bob's a good dog. He'll make you feel better. Trust, man. And if you do want some skin on skin contact with Kenny, no suckling. No suckling.
What was that show that just came out? Moonbase 8 with C. Thomas Riley or whatever?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's where I got that from. That's a really funny show if you guys haven't
Of
watched
course,
it yet.
because they killed fucking Travis Kelce.
They killed Kelsey in the first episode, man.
They depicted him really well too, right? Total fuckboy.
You know how many times? Yeah,
Real life.
you don't know how many times I watched that episode, bro.
There he goes down the hole again.
There he is. You should love how Kelsey hits the hole. He's fast. Get in the hole.
Oh yeah.
Last but not least, here we go.
Hey.
If this is G-Paw one more time, my son, Jalen, just let me know how good he really was. A grade 1 first rounder that should have been. So I was dumb.
You're not dumb. Okay?
No, G-Paw.
Taking an offensive tackle in the first round, it's not a sexy pick. You know, it's not a position player. It's not going to be flashing down the field, catching touchdowns. But hey, this is in 3 years. This is going to be a pick that you're just really happy about.
Yeah,
you know, just like we are with Colt Miller right now.
Exactly.
So shout out to Jalen, also a frequent caller of the show. Hey, you're doing God's work, Jalen.
Hey,
Let him know.
Thank you for bringing your dad back, man. Hey, bringing him back to the light.
So I'm a little nervous right now because this is a 3-minute call from, I think, Juice. This is coming from the 408. And there is no transcription available for this phone call. So either you are shit-faced drunk, Juice, which I don't know you to be,
Or talking really fast.
But we welcome it.
or talking really fast. We also welcome it. And shout out to we got a new pillager on board with us, Jericho Jackson. That's a badass name, by the way.
Jericho
He sounds like
Jackson.
a wrestler, bro.
It sounds like a wrestler or like a really fast running back.
Yeah.
I like that.
Or both.
Welcome.
He's both.
Right?
He's a wrestling fast running back.
Jericho says G-Paw has lost his phone privileges. Actually, no, man. G-Paw is very welcome caller on the show. Hey, everyone's entitled to some overreaction, and we're not done with these phone calls yet. And big props to G-Paw for calling in.
Hell yeah.
And owning it.
Yeah, he owned it. They
Straight up.
Yeah, that takes a lot of strength, man. You make all these calls, you're down, you're talking shit, and then you say, you know what? My bad. My bad. I fucked up. My bad. So we appreciate you, G-Paul. And you're always welcome to call in.
Hell yeah. And Quinn says the title of the show is Skin on Skin Time with Kenny.
Oh, there you go, dude. Clickbait.
I reckon that'll get me banned from YouTube.
You said you wanted clickbait right there.
And Gabriel Pineda subscribed. He says, when do you guys normally go live? When we goddamn feel like it.
It's supposed to be Sundays.
Nah, yes.
It's supposed to be Sundays.
Typically Sunday nights around 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
It is off season, so we will be hit or miss during the off season, but during the regular season, like clockwork, Sunday nights after the game, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Don't matter how emotional we are. We're here.
Or drunk.
Like I said, emotional, dog. I'm not drunk. I'm emotional.
All right, let's get
Drunk is an emotion.
This is true.
Let's get this.
True. Especially in our culture, bro.
Juice is probably Juice is probably laughing because this is probably his phone call. He actually said transcription not available to make it pop up.
All right.
Transcription not available, and the joke's on us. Well, let's go.
Beep.
What's up, nation? It's Juice, Kenny Kane Che.
Sounds coherent.
Sounds clear. What the fuck, Google?
Google hates Juice.
You know what? Because Google ain't picking up on game. That's why.
That's true.
That's right.
Facts.
Body Mr. I'll fuck your girl wasabi.
I think that's what it was.
That's why. I stand corrected, Google.
Let's say that again one time for the one time.
It's Juice, Kenny Kane Che, and Body Mr. I'll fuck your girl wasabi. What's really going on, guys? We're calm now. We can talk real football. Real football people.
We love it.
Because after round one, dogs were getting kicked and wives were getting smacked all over the place. Anyway, guys, we got to remember that Grudak decided to go up the line.
Calmate.
And everyone knows we've needed a right tackle for weeks. We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't understand. I get it. It's not a sexy pick, but we knew it was coming. The problem was, of course, that no one on the planet predicted it would be the leatherback. And I get it. It was a reach because Daniel Jeremiah was confused. But just like Colton Miller, the pick only sucks if he sucks. So it's not a reach. If he does well, we're going to forget when he was drafted. We're looking at you, Cleve Farrell. Anyway, check this kid, the leatherback. Check his highlights.
I'm starting to realize why there's no transcription because Google does not understand logic.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
The kid's a mauler on run blocks, road grader, whatever they like to call him. And I think a lot of people forget that, Gruden wants a run-first offense.
Yep.
But don't worry, Raider Nation, because then came round two, and all was right with the world.
Yep.
We got the highest rated safety in the draft, and he'll be the deep post safety flying around back there, and that's what we needed badly. And nobody needed it more than Jonathan Abram. That fool could finally play closer to the block like he needs to do. And if he doesn't humble himself and be coachable and learn to break down and simply make a tackle, we brought back Carl Joseph and drafted about another two guys that could play safety. So there we go. We got another edge rusher that'll push, Mad Max, the one-trick pony. And then the craziest thing happened. We were actually able to draft for special teams in depth on day 3.
Love it.
And that's very underrated. People don't think about that. But, guys, we were actually able to draft for special teams and depth in mind. So, guys, we have 2 dope running backs, Ruggs and Edwards in their second year, and, of course, Waller and Stud, Mr. Reliable, Renfro, all coming back. They throw in Foster Moreau, and our offense is set. Cable's got his work cut out for him because he needs to pull the line together, but then we're good.
Yeah.
And I'm praying that Bradley's up for the challenge on defense. Because if he can get their shit together with a better scheme and a few new players, That's going to be add about 3 more wins right there.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for, these guys to get the sand out of their vagina and fucking actually start practicing in person.
Yeah.
Looking forward to all that. Checking out Cars stuff on YouTube. They're practicing in the park again. Kenny, the crew, guys, glad to be back. I'm glad you're back. Looking forward to the show tonight.
Hell yeah.
Go Raiders.
Peace. Hey. Excellent call, man. And we expect nothing less from our brother Juice.
We're down
Right.
on that one. That's going in the archive.
Hell yeah.
It took Juice 3 minutes, what it's taken us 3 hours to tell you. So great call. This next call is a two-parter. I'm forgetting who called this in.
I think that one's ISO Cali.
ISO Cali. Thank you. So let's rock with it. Let's see what's good.
Yeah.
What's good, Pillaging Podcast? What's good? Thank God the draft's over. This is ISO Cali Stream, by the way. So I'm going to mention a few points about the draft. One, starting all the way down. One on Leatherwood. Yes, I was very upset when we picked him. I almost broke my TV. So my kids were there. But at the same time, after watching and viewing tape, I believe he's not a reach.
Hey.
I believe he was around the 17 through 28 pick, right? He has a skill set that I've never seen in any prospect. He knows how to adapt as the game goes on. I did watch film, and the first quarter, he's kind of filling the game out. He makes mistakes, but as the game goes on, he plays very good. He plays like a top 10 prospect, and I put that on my kids. He plays like a top 10 prospect in the fourth quarter, and I believe that's the reason why the coach jumped up to get him. He started pounding the table. I believe the Raiders did try to trade back for the sole reason that when we did choose Leatherwood, it was in the last minute or so. They had to pull in the pick, so that tells me itself they were making calls, and they might have not got the right offer. In regards to this draft, I never seen so many trades in the first round ever, and I feel once it hit 17, I feel like everybody was a little burnt out already on trading, making offers and trading, right? Moving on to Moritz. I feel that he's the best steal of the draft besides Justin Fields, the Chicago Bears, and Nick Bolton to the punk-ass Chiefs. But I feel Moritz is the best. He basically made our draft leveled out. Some people say we reached in the first round. Moritz was a steal, man. He was a steal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of mock drafts, I believe they had him going 13 to the Vikings, to the Saints. The Saints reached in this draft. Oh my God, the Saints reached in this draft. But it is what it is. Raider Nation for life. I don't want to get too much into Moritz, but the sole reason is everybody knows who he is already. The edge rusher, Kuntz and Diablo, both players, I feel that they both can play some type of Leo role. Kuntz more on the defensive line. It looks like he could drop back a little bit, confused.
All right, keep it going.
What's up? It's ISO Cutter Stream. The phone, I'm guessing the voicemail, I maxed it out. Anyway, going back to my statement, edge Kuntz, I feel he's more of a Leo type. He could drop back and cover if you want to confuse the offense. And Diablo as well. I feel that he can, sometimes you can keep him at a linebacker. He can still play that safety man-to-man. It's just going to create more confusion at the point of attack. And I feel that we became more versatile in all cylinders on the offensive line and as well on the defense. We drafted a second-round string free safety as well as Hobbs. I'm more Gillespie. I know a lot of people talked about him. He was on a lot of people's draft boards, top 10 safety prospect.
Gillespie.
But I'm more high on Hobbs. Alex plays really good man-to-man, and also he knows how to recognize run plays. And as soon as when he recognizes it's a run, not a passing play, he turns into a strong safety, and he can hit. I'm really excited about how. And the center we drafted, I believe he started 32 games, and he also played at a high level. I feel with that center, if Andre James does not work out, you can always plug him in. You know, you can move people around. Mm-hmm. Everybody doesn't have to be at one position. I feel that we are more versatile with Leatherwood, with the center we just drafted, the Andre James. We have Rich Incognito. You have Colin Miller. You got Denzel Good. You have all these brand new offensive line that could come in and step in. You also have John Simpson that he needs to develop. Brandon Parker, I'm not too high on them, but I feel with these two last pieces, our offensive line became more versatile. Overall grade that I have in this draft is an A, but me not being biased is I'm probably going to say it's a B plus. But I personally give it an A. Thank you, Pillaging Podcast. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your guys' hard work. Raider Nation for life. This is ISO Cali Stream. Out.
Hey.
Nice.
Great call, brother.
Great call, ISO Cali. Both you and Juice did your homework. G. Paul owned his reaction, but came in with the raw reaction. So credit for that. I was expecting actually much worse. I thought this was going to be a messy dumpster fire caller segment.
It's facts.
And it was not. It was not. I'm proud of you, Pillagers.
Yeah, proud of you guys, man. You guys came in with, you thought it out.
Yeah.
You thought it out. You didn't react.
Yeah. And
took some time.
ISO Cali, you did not forget about Nick Martin as center. Nick Martin will not be on this squad, I don't think, going into this season. So don't worry about forgetting him.
You know what? One thing that ISO kept on mentioning, and that it's what Mayock said too, man. The goal was this year to get younger and more athletic on the offensive line. Okay, yes, it was hard to let go of Rodney Hudson. Yes, it was hard to let go of Gabe Jackson. Not so hard to let go of Trent Brown because he didn't fucking play most of the games and he didn't want to fucking be here.
Yep,
that's just facts. Okay. But it was hard to let go of two guys that we've been knowing for a long time that have done and produced for us, right?
It's so hard
to say goodbye to yesterday. Hey, no, listen. Yes, it's hard to let go of those guys. And, I was a big fan of both, okay? You guys have heard me talk about them often on this show. But you got to respect the thought process and the idea of saying, let's get young, let's get some guys that can get in here, get on the field, get that experience, and can be with this team long. Because if we're really, like we're saying, we're locked into Derek Carr as our quarterback, Derek Carr's looked great. He's gotten better the last few years. Mm-hmm. And so you want to just surround him with youth and talent so that he can continue to be productive.
Yep.
You don't want guys on their way out. You want guys that are they have a long road ahead of them. They got longevity is key when you find your franchise quarterback. And that's what they think they have in Derek Carr. And you know what? We're with it because Derek Carr produced for us. Okay.
One thing that I really enjoyed too. I'm sorry to cut you off, Kenny.
Go ahead. No, go.
One thing that I really enjoyed as well in that call that ISO Kelly kept bringing up is versatility. I mean, you have to think about the current climate of the world right now. It's very uncertain. We're only allowed so many visits. We're only allowed so many practices.
It's true.
So many get-togethers where the chemistry is going to be a little bit different. Mm-hmm. And the ability to have a player that can basically be plug and play anywhere is very important. A lot more important now, man, especially with, like I said, you don't know what's ahead of you as far as the next. Yes, they are all getting their shots and whatnot, but you don't know anymore.
Yeah.
The what's going to be on the horizon. Talking about getting third shots, booster shots, and all that. what's going to be the probability that someone does get COVID again and now they're sidelined, and the backup that's supposed to be there is hurt. We've been in that position before numerous times as well. So it's good to have that versatility. Not only that, with what Ches said, young versatility.
Yeah.
That's the fucking key right there to me, man, is that being able to not miss a step and basically have everyone just fill right in and just keep it going. Keep that consistency going, man. And that's the trend that I see that's happening more and more now, man. And I like it.
At the end of the day, this is what you pay Tom Cable for.
Yeah.
Okay? You pay Tom Cable to be able to let go of some of these vets, bring in youth, and not miss a step. Like Bobby's telling you, not missing a step because your coach is going to get these guys on the right page. So let's look forward to that. Let's look forward to that because I do think that they believe in the talent that they have already in the building and the talent they drafted.
And speaking of payment, I'd really like to see maybe one of our number crunchers out there give me like the bulk salary of the offensive line last year versus this year.
It's a great point.
And where would that get us in the next 5 years while they're on these young contracts?
Yep. Yep. That's key, man. I mean, we don't like to. It's not like we want to say like, hey, let's take advantage of these young guys, pay them pennies, right? But the bottom line is that is the name of the game.
The bottom line is the bottom line.
Yeah. If you got young talent, if you bring in young guys, you draft them, you're paying them less than you're paying veterans. And that allows you to put pieces in other areas of your team that will allow you to get over the hump. That's just every sport, yo. Like every sport that exists is like this. Right? What are you looking at? What do you see in the chat, bro?
The doc said your voice is a combination of Fergie and Jesus.
Yeah. Take that as a compliment, man.
Shut up,
I can't even look at you right now. It's my favorite fucking movie, bro.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Talking about love.
Oh, man.
Hey, man. Step Brothers. That's a classic.
We love that movie, man.
Fucking
favorite. John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell, man. I wish we could get them on this show right now.
Me and Che actually met on the set of Step Brothers.
Hey.
True story.
They were extras. They were in that in that restaurant scene where John C. Reilly gets down in the bathroom.
The reality is, there was cut from the movie.
It's so slippery.
There is a scene where they are practicing karate in the garage, and we were the stunt doubles. And unfortunately, didn't make the final cut. But
didn't make the cut, man.
Hey, we made a friendship.
I threw Kenny down the stairs.
You have to get that.
Didn't make the cut either. We just did it for fun. They didn't even ask us to do that take.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I derailed us.
No, man. That was it. I was done, and that's a perfect way to get out of that. That shit, bro.
Shout out to you, Doc. Hey, this is our favorite Canadian, man. The good Doc.
Hell yeah.
He's our favorite Canadian.
No diss on any other Canadians. Just saying.
You and Matty Matheson, my favorite Canadian.
Hey, Matty Matheson's a cool motherfucker too, bro.
Hella cool. Dude.
That dude's hella cool.
Hella cool. Hey, I don't know. Do we add anything else or?
No, bro. I think that's it, man. We did the damn thing.
So for those of you that joined us late and are new, you can always catch the replay right here on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Or you can find us on any podcasting platform, Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff.
You know what? If you're watching us right now, my suggestion is you just take that little fucking dot and run it back because you might not like the commercials the second time around, bro. Like I have tuned into our own show to see how it looks. And the commercials that YouTube is putting on our channel.
What do we
And
get?
we're not mad because we're getting money from it, but they sometimes pop up at like unopportune moments, and we're like, can I not have a commercial right now?
Sucks.
It's the best time to catch it is live if you're trying to watch the feed. But if you're right now, you're jumping on late and you're like, oh, fuck, I missed it. Just grab that little dot, run it all the way back because this is probably the best time to watch it all the way through without interruptions.
Yeah, that's
just
right.
saying.
No eugenics commercials, though. You know, you trying to have Alex Jones run up in.
No Blue Chew commercials.
You know what? I'm a big baller, so I got that YouTube Premium. So
hey, YouTube Premium will get you out of those commercials too.
Yeah.
Just saying. But you know what? We're not getting any profit from that, so fuck that. YouTube until you start paying us for those promotions.
Carlos Avila wants to know: can we collab with Graphic and Honcho? I don't know.
I mean,
Mike Honcho. When I say spread, I mean spread.
Full spread.
Full spread. I don't know.
No, that's Honcho. That's dude that jumps on the interviews, right?
Yeah. He's pretty good in the press conferences too.
Yeah.
I know a dude named Graphic here in Gilroy. I don't know if that's the same dude. He actually spells it just like that. But hey, we're down to collab with whoever, man. A lot of people are kind of afraid of us, though.
Reach out.
We don't hold back. So, but yeah,
it's no holds bar over here. As long as you can get with that, as long as you can get with the uncut.
Damage Incorporated says,
you're welcome.
Loads of commercials for ball shavers on the pods now. When did that become a thing? Hey, we had an opportunity to sign up with Manscaping.
I was excited for that, dude.
I was hoping I would get one, man.
I didn't fucking shave that whole time just waiting for this fucking thing to come through. Dog. I'm serious, bro.
We're about to get one of this lawnmower 2.0, bro, in the mail.
It was smelling like carne asada down there, bro. Like bad carne asada.
Oh man, no, that's not arrachera, bro.
Looking like an unshaven coconut. Shout out to Bob Ellis with the $5. He says to cover the lost revenue. Hey, no problem. Hey. We appreciate that. Shoot me the email. We'll hit him up. We'll see what's good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Doc's Entertainment. We've seen him in the chat. So yeah, for sure. Much love. Maybe he'll do the 2-minute drill or something. I don't know. We'll get some guests on here during the off season. We haven't done that in a while. It'll be good to get Vilipiano back on here. He was real cool. Also, John Kingdon, who I still text with occasionally. John definitely got his finger on the pulse of the Raiders, so it'd be good to get some of those cats back on here. As far as some of these media members, much love to a lot of them, but they're not giving us any info we don't already know.
Hey.
And we've already shown you via the 2-minute drill that you guys know more about this team than they do.
Hey.
So
and
understand
this is
that.
true.
It's because they're not fingering the pulse. That's why.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? y'all got the shocker on the pulse of the Raider Nation.
I'm just saying,
Hey, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Never goes wrong.
Power move.
That's on the anniversary only. Shout out to Forrest Law, who just said pimp juice for no reason. We like that energy, though. We like that energy. Yeah. Rest in peace, on all seriousness. Rest in peace to Mike Davis, a Raider great who we lost during the interim, during our break. Rest in peace. Hey, we're going to keep doing this for all of y'all. And Raider Nation, thank you for joining us. But that's it for this week's show. Make sure you tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. And until next week, keep the wind in your sails and the rum in your mug and pillage on, Raider Nation. This has been a production of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined as always by
your boy Che
and Bobby Wasabi.
We out here.
Peace.
Raiders.